Black hole star, won't you come and wash away the rain? Black hole star, won't you come? Won't you come? Black hole star, won't you come? Wash away the rain, black hole star, won't you come?
It's Monday, July 14, and you are here for the WeP3 Weekly Debrief. We're currently listening to WeP3 Radio, produced with the partnership of Reads Across America Radio and the mission to remember the fallen, honor those who have served, and teach the future generations the value of freedom created by the men and women who have served our country. Currently playing on WeP3 Radio, Gen 4, Black Hole Sun.
Thank you for joining in today with Andrea Eichmann and Mark Peterson of the People's Patriot Project for this week's WeP3 Debrief. Find out what our crew has been working on to help support those who have given some and all to the pursuit of liberty and freedoms across Minnesota and the United States. Watch, listen, and support as we create the beacon of hope and opportunity in today's society that needs its heroes. Are you a veteran, first responder, or a patriot looking for a place to put your skill set, your thoughts, and or want to help continue the mission? You have come to the right place. We are the People's Patriot Project, and we want to be the shock and awe when it comes to meeting the needs of our veterans and first responders. We are dealing with a new enemy in today's world where the wounds are not always clean. We want to be part of this mission in saving lives and making a difference. Welcome to the WeP3 Debrief. Here's Andrea and Mark letting you know the mission. And as always, Patriot Pride.
I didn't have my noisemaker going. My noise.
I was waiting. I was just waiting for it. Where it is.
I know. I came in hot today 3 minutes ago. Didn't have all the things up, and then I saw your question, and I was trying to do some research on that, and it is what it is. Welcome, folks. It is Monday, as I've already said.
It's Monday, and Jeremy Daniels is present. Thank you, Jeremy. I love seeing you here, along with a couple others out there. I love it. I love it. It's awesome to see you, and happy Monday. This is what we do on Mondays, you guys. This is our debrief. We bring this to you on Monday to let you know what we've been up to and what is coming up. And we like to share what others are doing to help the cause. Oh my gosh, we had the most amazing guests. I say this every week, but it continues to be the truth. We had the most amazing guests last night, and I'm going to talk about our musician later, but I don't know. It's gonna be a very cool relationship. So, and then our viewers and their questions. And I gotta say, Jeremy's always here. Frank DeMyth, man, he was like on top of it. Questions, ordering CDs, interacting with Kathy. It was so cool and fast and upbeat. I absolutely loved it. If you were there, thank you. And if you weren't, listen in and you'll see what you missed. And it's okay to miss. We're gonna be good. We're going to be good. Listen, we are, and I'm going to put this out right away because Brian was here last night and then he couldn't make it last night. And it just stinks that here he was and he didn't get called away. We were thinking he did. I mean, bless the heavenly stars, because when he does get called away, it's not for anything good. Like last week, it was a rollover on the highway, and he said he would be gone for a while. So last night he gets in, and we're like, oh, good, Captain Brian is here, and somehow his camera was not working, and so he popped in and he popped out, and so let me tell you about Brian. This is Captain Brian, or Brian Kenzer, as a lot of us just know him as Brian Kenzer, but he's our sponsor and he's our co-host at points when it works. He also has a business, and it's like shopping online. So easy. Shop online, they package it up, they send it to you, you save money. It is healthy choices. It is so you're getting on the right side of your health. You are supporting American families, American jobs, you're supporting the economy, and while you're doing all that shopping and doing good stuff for yourself and the country, you can also support WeP3 every time you order. It's pretty flipping cool, and it's easy. I just, my daughter, she just stole my dish soap. That's okay. I have a new order ready to roll. I just was connecting with a friend about, there's so many choices. So I like to talk to people who have tried different things as far as scents and tastes, and I got some ideas. So I will be putting that order in this week. David Willis, I love seeing you here. I was just finishing up, David. This is, well, I'll put it on our Bayou region. There we go. But if you reach out to our sponsor, Brian, our sponsor, our co-host, our dude that drives ships, he's got his number out here. He's also got a video and a website. Just go check it out. If you need vitamins, it's the perfect spot for vitamins. If you just want to not clean your house with chemicals and use more natural products instead, this is going to be good for you. It's not everything. Like, I just had to get new dryer balls from my mom, but it's got everything else you need. I don't know if I need dryer balls because they have laundry soap and smell, and it's called Boost, and it boosts the scent for, like those shakeables you get. Anyway, cool stuff. Let me know. I've used not all of it by any means, but so much of it that I can tell you about it if you want to. Just get a hold of me, and it'll be great. And then, of course, we have our other businesses that support us. We're halfway through the month now, so you'll be getting another newsletter in a couple weeks. And then we have Catch 22 with Derek Iozio. We have the Boho Hobos Hideaway. If you're looking to get away and you want to just find a cozy little spot in Texas, let us know. We'll get you in touch with the Boho Hobo, and she will set you up. And there's a link on Airbnb as well. We throw Contagion Effect in there. I saw Eric Mello pop up on my feed, and I haven't been on social media a lot, but there he was popping up on my feed. It's good to see him out there. And along with that, Mike, can you remember Mike's last name? It starts with an E.
Alec.
Alec, yes, he popped up too. Of course, they're not doing that show together anymore, but we love him all the same. And then you guys, Operation Texas Strong, prayers, check them out on social media. You guys, they're right there in Midwestern Texas, mid to Western, like in the mid, but anyway, Weatherford area, but they are taking loads of clothing and household goods and water. David, I can't say that name out loud, but thank you. See, tell me it's not great stuff. Okay, it's good stuff. I just like it because I don't have to, like, I don't go to those big stores that have everything anymore because I can get most of it right there. I mean, if I need a new broom, actually, they might have a broom too. But anyway, when my motor dies and I can't fly anymore, I have to get a new broom from them as well. I don't know. Okay, but Operation Texas Strong, you guys, they collect donated RVs in any shape. I call them, like, we call them pull behinds or campers. Anything from a pop-up to these great big huge drivable RVs. They have done amazing stuff, you guys. That is Operation Texas Strong, and we love them. Peggy and Bobby, they are taking care of stuff. Peterson's always so good with sharing. Brother Joe Meisch and the Temple Massager. Dang it. I think I might have some extra money today. I should go buy that Temple Massager today so that I should have had it during summer school. This is what I saw myself doing about every 15 minutes. Like, see how my shoulders do this? I would be like, Cade, you know all about summer school. You have to take really deep breaths and just tune them out for a minute in summer school. It's not like teachers want to be there any more than the kids want to be there. And we're all trying to figure out why we didn't do it the first time so we don't have to be here. But if I had that Temple Massager, make sure when you order it, get your 20% off by putting in the code WeP3. And it takes about a week, I think, about a week to 10 days for shipping. And you will love Peterson for suggesting that, because that's just how good it is. And Joe Meisch. Joe Meisch is one amazing dude, smart. Sometimes, you get on here with people that have served and you think, it's relatable and you can talk about this and you understand and you follow along. And then sometimes you get one of those real smart. There's a lot of smart people that come on, but you get one of those real smart ones and you're like, yeah, right. Can you explain that again? I know we had a Space Force dude one time and he was like way up here. It's a good thing he could sing and we could understand his songs. It was amazing. Good to see you, Senior Cade. I absolutely love it. So we just had a chat. Our little interview will be on Reads Across America Radio. Sorry, they think it's dinner time as it is, but we have this interview with Mr. Hale from Reads Across America Radio this morning. That is because we are in partnership with them. They are hosting our radio station. And with that partnership, we get to treat some of our musicians extra special. And we get to, we're going to try to get all of them into the extra special realm if they're interested. I know a couple have already met with those Reads Across America people. Check it out. They replay our show from the week before every Sunday at 10 Central Time, 11 Eastern. And so if you miss it and you just want to hear the audio, you may find Reads Across America Radio. Just Google Wreath or Wreaths Radio. It's so easy to find them. And they're on all the big platforms, which is also makes our lives easy. We had a big chat last night about being support and doing the mission and the reasons why we're here and we get to do the mission. And so we know why we get to do this. Thank you to the service members and first responders that have committed their time, sweat, blood, limbs, family, and life. And they give us the freedoms that we have that allow us to do what we do daily. a lot of times Peterson uses putting his big fat head down on the pillows of freedom and not worrying about things, because people are out there to take care of those worries for us. And I just read a story today, real quick, short story, and with a lesson, kind of like a proverb, but it wasn't from the Bible. But it was about this guy looking for a job, and he was worried. He didn't think he knew a lot, but he got this interview with this farmer who needed a hand, and the farmer said, "Well, what's one of the best parts you have to offer?" And the guy says, "Well, I can sleep through a storm." And the farmer's like, "Okay, thanks. We'll let you know." Well, they hired this guy, and who knows if they didn't have any other options, or they just thought it was intriguing and wanted to see what this was all about. And so, lo and behold, a few nights into this, he was a pretty good worker. And then one night there was a storm, and it was a heck of a storm. And the farmer woke up, and his wife's next to him, kind of worried about what's going to happen. And he's like, "Let's go get the hired man, and we'll go check everything, make sure we're all good." And they went, and the hired man was sleeping, and he wasn't waking up. And so they were like, "We need to just hurry up and check." And they went and checked, and all the windows were shuttered. All the doors were locked. All the animals were bedded down, and there was extra firewood by the fireplace, and there was extra food by the animals. And the farmer looked at his wife when they got back in, and he said, "We don't need to wake him up." This is what he meant. He sleeps through a storm because he takes care of everything before it gets here. Boom. That's the kind of people we like to hang around. That is the kind of people. And it was just utter confidence. Like, I sleep through a storm. Well, me too, except I always have the windows open a crack waiting for the siren. But other than that, I do sleep pretty sound. So yeah, good story. And those are the kind of people that we like to depend on and like to put in our world. Peterson looks real busy over here. He's agreeing.
I sent you emails. I'm working while we do this.
You just need to focus in, because now it's your turn.
Double fisting it. Well, that was a long intro.
Is double wristing different than double fisting?
What did you just say?
Did you say double wristing?
No, I said fisting, you weirdo.
It sounded like wristing, and I was wondering if that was different.
Wrong.
I mean, is that code?
You're wrong.
Okay.
So lots of things. I mean, I spent my day. We come here on Mondays to share what the People's PATRIOT Project is doing, and the plates are full, and it's a good thing. No complaints. And sometimes we get, I don't know if do we call it in trouble? Sometimes people are like, "You're doing this just to bring attention to yourself."
Oh yeah, I mean, don't they say that's when you know you're doing good, because people are
well, and I'm just like, no, that's not what we're doing. We're doing this to show others that people can do good things, and that's why we don't put our veterans and our first responders' names on stuff, because we don't. We want them to have a little anonymity. And it wasn't about me at all, but I spent my day driving to veterans around, making sure that they had all their things taken care of. The med checks, got them down to the county, met a new veteran today that needed some supports. He needs some clothes and he needs some food. And at the same time, I connected him with his VSO, which this is a weird piece. This is where there are people that are in the job or network that don't know what they're doing. And I don't know everything. That's let me put that up front. I do not know everything. But this guy that was talking to this veteran was saying he sends him daily emails about jobs and stuff like that. And he says, "This is what I do. I help veterans on a daily." Good. Great. Thank you. Awesome. But he didn't know enough to get this veteran who didn't know he should do this, get in contact with his county VSO. And so while one veteran was in working with the county, working on some of his paperwork, I was just kind of doing some research for this other veteran sitting in my truck. And he's like, why couldn't this other guy just give me this website? And I'm like, I don't know, buddy. I don't know. So now I'm researching this other guy. And I don't really care, but it's the same thing we talk about. 58,000 organizations saying they're helping veterans and first responders. Why do we got so many of them out there struggling right now? Granted, there's added nuances to that. I totally get it. I get all. I mean, I don't get all. I mean, but I understand. And I don't know. It was just a little frustrating note for my day, but at the same time, just the fact that I was able to take care of them and get them what they needed today to get through the next day and learn more about them and learning what they're going through and what they need to do. And it was just a good day. And I enjoy those pieces. That's the piece I don't normally get to do because I'm normally sitting behind the computer doing this, figuring out all the pieces. I just put a cramp in my arm doing that.
Because you haven't been sitting there all day. It's like, oh my gosh, that's right. Oh.
And then we had an awesome conversation with Adam Bird, building and growing some things in that space and updoing. And I should upload the picture of our new little accolade. And, we don't do this to say, look at me, look at me, look at me. But one super exciting note for this last month is our podcast, We Got Your 6 at 6, was ranked number 1 on the Good Pods charts. And that's one of the charts. We also were linked up with FeedSpot and Million Podcasts. And they said that they will be getting us up on those as well and posting us as a nonprofit, as a veteran organization, and as a first responder supporting organization. So exciting stuff in there. And then just, has your feelings ever been hurt when someone gave you a compliment, Eichmann?
Not if it was real and true.
Sure. And our good brother Adam Bird, who runs Heroes Media Group, just lots of accolade, lots of positive, and again is interested in growing and growing with us and doing that. So I like it. So that's what we're doing. But then yesterday on July 13th at 1800 Central Standard Time, we got your 6 at 6. And we had 2 absolutely super amazing guests. You're gonna have to remind me. Sounds like what?
Jet lag.
All right. Kathy Motlag was on our show last night with Think Virtues. And Kathy has got a program that runs in cohorts as well. And she does some trainings and she does some pieces. With the program of Think Virtue offers support to making goals and plans, figuring out to navigate the way there. This fits the veteran support with its pieces that focus on emotional intelligence in the leadership section. It is very fitting for anyone who has served and will help those who are not feeling very worthy in the moment. There's a deep part of looking at goals and visions and using this to learn how to drive and ultimately
thrive.
What did I say?
Drive. I'm sorry.
Thrive. Thrive, definitely. Thrive.
You weren't driving all day.
I've been driving all day. And I had some notes from last night personal notes that I wrote, and I don't know where they went.
I bet one thing you wanted to say is a quote straight out of Kathy's mouth about the think virtues. And the more we learned, the more I believe they want to end all human suffering.
Why? That's exactly what I was going to say. End all human suffering. Why? I wrote that down. What?
Can't find it. You typed it in as well. I don't know if you. But yeah, like that starts obviously in the brain and in the heart, and until you can figure out that you are good enough and worthy, and you can stand alone and use your own, and it was hard. It was heart touching. It really was.
She's driven, and the thing is, there's added connection, and this didn't have anything to do. Has anything to do with the conversation, because Lauren Iozio, who is one of the sponsors of the show with Hobo Boho Hideout.
The Boho Hobos Hideaway.
Yeah, that one. I don't ever get to say that part, so that I don't put it to memory. The Boho Hobo Hideaway in Texas.
Idaho sounds fun though.
She is also the CFO for the People's Patriot Project.
Yeah, she's the sweetest.
She is helping her father, who is the communications officer, director for the People's Patriot Project, do our monthly newsletter.
Excuse me.
And she is also a peer support counselor for Think Virtues.
Yeah.
And just, again, amazing things. And just the fact that Kathy has locked on to Lauren and vice versa. It just quality people doing quality things, quality character, and definitely with the vision and a passion. Lauren comes into our board meetings and has, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this. And she's not pushing it onto our table. Now it sounds like I'm pushing our conversation about Lauren, but these are, again, back to the kind of people we want to hang out with, the ones that can sleep through the storm. And I think Kathy can sleep through the storm because she's preparing or has prepared, and she's going to continue. I think Lauren can sleep through the storm because she's always prepared.
She's always ready for things.
Always asking and always going above and beyond. And I really like that analogy, Andrea. You all right?
I have a little storm.
Were you sleeping?
Deuce is trying to overtake the podcast right now. Can I do this while we're sharing about us?
I gotta say something about Deuce real quick.
Deuce is the best.
All right, I'm done.
Yeah, he's a dipshit. Shooter. He's a dip chewer. A shooter. No, I'm kidding. He's a sweet thing. I love my dog. He's just like a bull in a china shop. That's why I can't believe Peterson doesn't like him. They're like brothers.
Yeah, I got my noisemaker done and ready.
Yeah, I know.
What did you just say? What did you just say about?
I said.
Yeah.
You guys are a lot. Like.
What are you saying about your dog and me?
Yeah.
Say it again.
Like a bull. Just like you have so many good ideas and you just charge in with them, and it's awesome. See, I love it.
Yep.
Here he is to share another idea. Ouch.
So,
there we go.
Oh, look. There we go.
What I wanted to talk about, since we're talking about WeP3, is Beth. As long as we're talking about kudos, Beth and Jimmy King have come into our world. And there was a minute about a month ago, I got a message from Beth, and she's like, Peterson says you need help. What can I do? And I was like, Peterson, what the hell? I never said I needed help. What are you doing sending people? I don't know how to just hand things off, I think, is part of it. And it was overwhelming because I have so many things at that moment, so many things in front of me. I was like, I don't even know where I would start. Like, which can I just flick it? Like a little seed on the table. Can I just flick one of them? I got 18 of them lined up right here. And it scared me almost. And then she brought this up again just yesterday or the day before. And she's like, hey, you never did give me anything. And I'm like, no. She took over our social media stuff. And when I say took it over, it's not like I was doing that much. Neither one of us were doing that much with it. So what she did is she took some stuff and ran. And that alone helped me immensely because it was hanging over me, because it's one of those things that I couldn't get to. Peterson doesn't have time to sit and, he's on social media, but he's researching or looking or making connections. He's not. We should take care of our own, and we do, but sometimes it gets too deep. So anyway, kudos and thank you to Beth King and your husband, Jimmy. And I've been getting more into your posts and the things you do. And I want to thank you. I think we work well together. I think you have done amazing, and you probably don't understand how much you've helped. And so they're off on a trip, and we're anxious and excited to hear about how that goes for them. But yeah, so when we say surrounding ourselves with people that we want to be like, really, isn't that like the biggest advice on how to be successful? You surround yourself with people you want to be like, or people that are successful. And so it's the same kind of thing. And I gotta say, I've had, and maybe it was just last year, I haven't been feeling so successful. I've been feeling just weighted down with stuff. And things are coming around right now where I don't feel like it's sitting on my chest anymore. I feel like the right people have popped in, and maybe we just handcuffed them, and I feel better because they can't get away. I don't know what it is, and they're not handcuffed. They can leave if they need to, but I don't think they're going to want to. So it's just, this has been a super positive. And so check out, is that the web page or is that the group? Crayon Eater's Wife is the group page.
I don't know what you're looking at.
They have a lot going on. I'm in a lot of their groups, and so I can't remember all the names and the individualities of them. But and Jimmy would love this. I can't tell you. I think it was the mom in me, or maybe I felt like a sister. I don't know. I don't know how Beth lived through this. So Jimmy's missing a leg, and he can do anything. There's nothing he can't do. I've seen him with a fake leg. I've seen him with his crutches. I've seen him in a wheelchair. And I don't even know this man very well. We've known him for a while, but we're virtual communications, right? I watched a video. He was given a motorcycle. Did you watch the video, Peterson?
Yep.
I'm a pretty well-balanced person, but motorcycles, you got to balance, right? He got on that thing and took a spin. And I was like, all I could think was, it's not balanced. It's not balanced. He'd be pretty proud of me right now, because I'm not dancing around the elephant in the room. I'm saying I felt like he would be very off balance without one of his legs. And he did great. It's awesome. It was awesome. It was cool to see, and then to hear his version and how it felt. So anyway, that couple. And then Derek with the newsletter is amazing. Down there in Louisiana, Raquel is being busy. Jerry's being busy. Jonathan's out there being busy. We can't wait to hear more about their 4th of July adventure, I guess you would call it. Just a lot going on, you guys. And then, like Peterson said, Mr. Adam Bird popping in today. That was weird. Actually, it wasn't that weird. Imagine me, not so technical, Andrea, trying to send him a file of our newer logo to put on our podcast. And I sent him a file that wasn't really a usable file. So that was why he called it. You know what? it was a ploy. I just wanted him to have to get back to us. Shh. And I'll take the fall. I'll take the fall for that. It's okay. I can do that. I'm strong enough to do that. So, okay. I can go on. There's a lot more I could tell you about all our amazing people, connections, all the good stuff. I'm going to tell you about this guy that we had. We had Jack Nelson band. Jack Nelson was on last night. I put in my notes. He's just amazing, and he's amazing in so many different ways. So his voice is one thing. His voice is, you got to hear it. You got to hear his voice. It is, when you're talking to him, it's one of those voices you're like, wow, that's not what I expected. I don't know what I expected, but his voice was amazing. He started out last night with a song called Roadrunner. I called it an exotic. I didn't know how to reference it. It is about the way multiple people are running down the road, running away from things, running to things. So I could use the word haunting, but I feel like I use that too much. It had some exoticness and not a good or a bad way. Just, it was out there. There's a song he did next called More Than a Sacrifice. This was written by the young Jack Nelson when he was in Djibouti.
Don't talk like that.
Don't know if I spelled it right because there's a lot of letters in there that Djibouti. So he and his brothers were just talking about some of the deep things about, and this is so it's touching to me, someone who wasn't, I haven't been there, right? I haven't been there, but they're not talking about the ones they lost in this moment. Yes, almost everybody's lost somebody to war, to deployment, to coming back from deployment. But what they were talking about was the things they're missing. Babies are being born, family celebrations, Little League is going on, and dad's not there to cheer on his little guy. There's funerals, family that you missed. And I guess if you were there, you know what this is about and you know how this goes. It just, if you were there, it's going to slap you and take you back. Touching. I can't. It was very touching. It's not going to be able to be heard today because he sang it live. You have to go watch our show to watch it, but he will be re-releasing this. Did he say on Veterans Day this year?
He did.
Yes, he will be re-releasing that one. He redid it. You got to listen to the words, you guys. It's kind of crazy. Then a song called Fog. And these aren't not necessarily all service related. This actually was, there's a long story. So if you want the whole backstory, it's on the video before he sings this last song called Fog. It went, okay. So the whole background is about a tour that they want to do through the mountains, and they're doing this in the wintertime, right? And he's doing Montana, but he's going through Montana, then Wyoming, North Dakota. Why not? What did it say? What was the second part of that?
I don't know.
Crap.
Let's make sure you keep talking about Wyoming and Montana.
I didn't. Well, I know. Like, listen to Peterson. Anyway, they got stuck in Jackson Hole, which that's okay. They had to be there a while anyway. They had to get a new vehicle. It was a whole long story, and then they barely get out of there, and then they. So he was telling us he had 7 new vehicles in 10 years. Yeah, because 3 of them were just in this trip. But anyway, it's a great backstory. What it comes down to, and it was beautiful, but here's the beautiful piece about it is he took all of that. They're all negative things, but he turned it into positive. So you can do that no matter what the trouble is. At some point, it's going to bring you, and we talked about, is that the right way? The COVID word. You know, that 2019 thing that happened. But you guys, we wouldn't be here. I'm not saying we're one of those good things, but for us, it's a good thing. We wouldn't be here if there was nothing keeping us home as teachers and giving us this amazing way to communicate. We would be here, like I'd be here, but we wouldn't be here on this. And so I will never be thankful for that year, but I will be thankful for things that came out of that year, because it's kind of easy to talk about the negative things when you're sitting at home all day, every day. So anyway, he did that one. He did that one live as well. But you have that one downloaded?
Yes.
Again, you got to listen to this voice. So cool stuff. Sorry, I made that I meant to give you the really short version, and that was compared to the whole version, but yeah, check out Jack Nelson Band. I'm going to grab the link. Oh, I almost zapped myself out of here. Oh, well, usually you're right in tune with me when you're not sending email.
I know. I'm not. Yeah, I got distracted. I distracted myself. That's on me.
I don't have a noisemaker, or I'd wake you up over there.
Which one do you want?
Which one? What? Oh, I just wanted his link. Oh, which noisemaker? Yeah.
What's this song? You want to hear this? I don't know what it is.
Were you?
I'm making a burrito.
Yep.
What was that?
Not sure what that was.
Huh. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to grab this. I thought maybe you were grabbing this. This is what I was thinking you were grabbing. So there is his website. His music is on there, you guys. Frank DeMith went and bought his CD. And I think he has the next one coming out later. He has it on like pre-order. And Frank could not have been more excited about the fact that this young guy, Jack Nelson, has it on CDs for the old people that want to play it in their cars. I laugh, but I was really afraid that was too close to my age. Yeah. Yes. So there's that. Thank you, Jack Nelson.
What song you want to end on today?
I was just, do we want to do his first one?
Yeah, we can do that.
You want to do
the second one too, but we got all of it loaded up except for the ones he did live, unfortunately. We got one that we didn't hear, but we can definitely play Roadrunner.
You want to do it? Okay.
Is that where we're at?
No, we're not there yet.
Okay.
No, we got to talk about, here's our radio station link. I believe Jack's all loaded up on the radio station, right? If not, he will be soon.
No, it is done. Done
okay,
deal.
Good. All right, so we got that. Here's our radio station. I just had it on. If anyone hears the song Slow Down, I'm just trying to figure out who sings it. I played it like 3 times.
Allen.
Michael Allen?
Yes.
Oh. I turned it on while I was waiting for Peterson to get here, and it was on loop. At least 3 times. I was trying to learn all the words because the words are pretty.
Did I have it on loop? Was it in the studio on loop?
It's in the studio on the. Okay.
I know where it's at, but it was playing when you came in.
Yeah, and it looped.
Okay.
Yeah. You asked me questions that I wasn't quite sure. So, okay, and then you guys next week, please join us again next week on the 20 July show. He's super excited to be here. Joey MacDeason. He is head honcho at the Mobile Cigar Lounge. I can't wait. I believe this is going to be one of our, we got happy people on here shows. Not that we always don't, but that sometimes they just make you giggle, and I'm looking forward to that. And then we are going to have Ty Warner Music with us. And Ty just sent, Peterson, I just sent you an email. He sent a big old package of music and information. And yeah.
What I was working on.
Ty is he's going to be fun, you guys. I think it's going to be, he's got his Air Force shirt on. Look at in that picture. That's awesome. So come see us next Sunday. Well, it's really this coming Sunday, the 20th at 1800 for our We Got Your 6 at 6 show. If you ever want to see a show from the past, and I'm always sending shows from the past to future guests for reference, and last night's show is probably going to be added to that list, but you try to pick out some good ones. I don't try to send them like the 2-hour ones because I don't want to scare them away, but last night's was too good to not share. And so these two guys are going to be fun. I'm going to have to say next Monday how these were the most awesome guests ever. And I know I just said that this week. You can't help it, you guys. When you get in with the right people, you can't help but say that. So thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for all you do. Hey, don't forget about prayers for Texas. I did take screenshots of 3 or 4 people in our network that have groups that are out there. If you get a chance, check out Gulf SAR with Jake Stovall. He's pretty reflective guy, and he will put stuff out there that will hit you in the feels about what it's like being out there, about what it's like when you find a person or when you rescue a person. I mean, there's those 2 different categories. They've got their dogs, they've got their boats. Yes, that was Minnesotan boats that they've got out there. And he also did, this was reflective, but he let his feelings be known about, gosh, people are out there taking those pictures and reposting. And you guys, some of the families haven't seen these pictures yet. They haven't found their loved ones yet. So if you can refrain from sharing, like if these are search and rescue people and they post a picture, then whatever is in that picture has been accounted for and people have been told. If not, you guys, it's so hurtful. Can you imagine waiting for news and scrolling through social media and seeing pictures of what might be your little girl's clothing, or your neighbor's overturned car, or whatever it is? Just please think about the humanity of it. And anyway, I'm always about a good cause. So shout out to Jake Stovall and Gulf Star. You guys are amazing. You truly are. So yeah. I didn't even turn that into a political thing. Did you guys see that? It's not political. It's a storm. Mother Nature, she loves us and hates us all. So equally, doesn't matter. All right. Please come see us Sunday night. We love when you come to see us. Peace out, people. Have a great week.
Patriot Pride. This is Jack Nelson with Roadrunner.
He grabs his guitar as he's heading towards the door, playing to a place where they're always wanting more, singing, here I go, running down the road. He sings the songs and then they turn on all the lights. They send him on, off into the night, singing, here I go, running down the road. Yeah, road runner, hit that westward road, towards the Absarokas and the Yellowstone. In Idaho, I will be waiting for you, for I'm a road runner too. She packs a bag by the early dawn's light. She's packed heavy, no, she ain't packing light, singing, here I go, running down the road. She says out loud, pushing that pedal to the floor, I got my rig don't need nothing more, so here I go, running down the road. Yeah, road runner, hit that westward road towards the Absarokas and the Yellowstone. In Idaho, I will be waiting for you, for I'm a road runner too. They met upon the highway in that lonesome winter snow. In an avalanche they nested